is the IVCC Foundation Scholarship with Donna presenting from the foundation office. We're glad that you made it here. You guys survived finals. I know you all did wonderfully, and we can't wait to see your grades. So, and we're right around the holidays. So without further ado, Donna, you want to go ahead and get started with this wonderful foundation scholarship, guys. I forgot to send out the attachment today, but yesterday when we sent out the email, there was an attachment, and that is the actual paper copy of the scholarship booklet, if you'd like to copy it. If not, we're going to have some copies here, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Hi, everybody. First, I want to let you know that if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. Turn on your microphone and go ahead and ask, because there might be something we can talk about as I'm going through everything. And I want to thank Cynthia and Chris and Diane for inviting me again. I love coming and talking to you guys about scholarships. My name is Donna Swiskoski, and I work in the foundation office here on campus. Some of you I recognize, so I know you know where I'm located, right in the main lobby. Cynthia and Chris and Diane will have my contact information after, that if you want to just reach out to me individually through phone or email, you can do that if you have any questions that you don't want to ask here within our little workshop. So they have told me in Project Success that you are all current students and you'll be coming back next fall, next August. So the time to apply for scholarships is now. We have an online application. It's through SurveyMonkey. And when you apply for the foundation scholarships, you're doing one application for all of our scholarships. So a lot of times you might not have ever applied for a scholarship, so you're not sure what to do, what to expect. I always tell students, don't be intimidated by it. We're here to help you. The Project Success is here to help you. And it's actually pretty simple. It's just like filling out a job application or, like your application for Project Success. The main part though that we have is an essay. When you apply for scholarships through the foundation, you do have to write an essay, and we have workshops that can help you with those essays. Your counselors can help you with those essays. And that one essay, as I said earlier, is for all the scholarships. Right now, we have over 175 scholarships available in all areas, from business to automotive, healthcare, STEM. And then we have some that are just general. If you're not sure what area you're going to be in, there's just general scholarships. So there's something for everybody. So we always encourage students to apply. Take the time to apply. Let's see. The one thing, okay, I got notes here, sorry. The one thing is that when you are applying for scholarships and you're writing your essay, there's going to be guidelines. And you really have to follow those guidelines as far as how to set up your essay, where to put your name, margins. That's what our committee scores on. The essay is the main part. Your GPA, where you live, what high school you graduated from, that's just eligibility criteria to put you in the pool. But you're scored based on your essay. So I can't stress that enough. And our donors, if you get a scholarship, we send your essay and your thank you note to the donors, so they get a chance to know who you are. And hopefully next year, we'll be able to have our scholarship reception. That's a chance where students get to meet the donors that helped them, with some of their education finances. So I missed that this year. We did it virtual and kind of just missed seeing everybody, because it's always a nice event. I just want to let you know a little bit of information from this current year right now. Last February 2020, when our deadline ended, we had 410 applications submitted. And from that, 55 students were not eligible because they didn't attach their essay or they didn't file the FAFSA. The FAFSA is also a required piece of our process. Also, we have where DACA students can apply for on the alternate application. And all that information is on our website, the links to the FAFSA, the alternate application. So from that, we had 355 students that were eligible this past year within our pool. And from that, we awarded 331 students. That totaled over $300,000. So it's worth taking the time. That's just something I just want to stress. It is worth taking the time. I know everybody's busy and time gets away, but try to find the time to do this essay. And if you happen to apply last year and you have an essay, I always tell students, take that essay from last year and just kind of improve on it, tweak on it of things that maybe what you've done this year. And I know we haven't done a lot this year because of the pandemic. And that's one thing in another workshop I talked about. You want to kind of tell your story as far as maybe how that has impacted your schooling this year or your personal life. I think we're going to have a lot of circumstances that we're not aware of, because you went online and, some students had maybe trouble with that. So we want you to succeed. We want you to keep going. And so, if there was something that maybe, stopped you from taking another class financially or with, the online or maybe your computer system, just write about that to us. That you never know what might happen, after getting scholarships, and we have donors out there that are really willing to help our students. So right now, I want to tell you the minimum amount is 500 and the highest scholarship we have is 4,500. So it can range anywhere in between there. That can help you with tuition. It can help you with books. It can help you with any expenses. So this is extra on top of your financial aid, on top of your Pell Grant, your MAP grant, any student loans. So everything gets put on account at IVCC, and then we use that towards, your tuition and books. And if you've gotten kind of a refund check in the past, that's part of it. So it's kind of nice to know that all of this pools together. And you can get more than one scholarship. You might be in accounting and you might get a business scholarship, but you also might be a single parent. You could get a scholarship, or you could be in the American Legion, or someone in the American Legion. You could get a scholarship from there in addition to the business scholarship. So sometimes you can get more than one scholarship. We also have some, and I always like to say this, is if you've ever worked at McDonald's or you work there now, we have a scholarship for that too. So each individual scholarship has its own criteria, and Cynthia and Chris and Diane they're going to share that booklet with you if you wanted to see the list of all our scholarships. In addition, you can visit the IVCC Foundation website. We have them broken into areas of study. So if you're a nursing student, you would look at the healthcare scholarships and the nursing scholarships. If you're in manufacturing or electrician, HVAC, welding, engineering, you'd look under STEM. And all of the scholarships that we offer are listed there. Then we have a link to the general scholarships, the ones I was talking about as far as, maybe if you worked at McDonald's or if you live in LaSalle or Peru for the Rotary, all the general ones are listed. And by filling out the application, the foundation will put you in the ones that you meet the criteria for. You don't have to choose which ones you want to be considered for. We will do that by the way you answer the questions on the application through SurveyMonkey. In a little bit, couple minutes, Diane is going to show you where to go, what it looks like. And I know when you start reading, when you get online, it's going to talk a lot about the essay. And the one thing is, this year we are really encouraging students, they must have that essay done before you get on and apply. The reason being is when you get to the end of filling out the form on SurveyMonkey, you have to upload your essay. and it is not, the SurveyMonkey is not a savable document. You can't go back. So we talk about how to do your essay, you know, what areas to write about. And again, it's about you. We want you to tell us why you chose IVCC, and maybe if somebody inspired you to do your particular area of study. What are you going to do after here? Are you going to go get a job? Are you going to go further on? Are you going to stay here and continue to get from a certificate to a degree? You know, the other thing too is the why you're applying for a scholarship. You know, wait, let me back up. Second part is anything that you're involved in as far as clubs or organizations. And like I said, I know this past year has been pretty hard. So you want to talk about maybe what you did that first year you were here, and maybe anything in the community, within your church. And if you haven't, that's okay. Let us know. Again, let us know maybe the pandemic really was, you weren't able to help at your church like you normally do, or the food pantry, but you want to, or any school clubs, or if there were school clubs, were they virtual? And, kind of talk about that. The last thing, again, like I said, is why you're applying for a scholarship. Tell us again, anything that might have impacted you this year that, you need that extra assistance. Did your hours get cut? Did your parents maybe, lose a job? Was there some medical bills? So, just kind of let us know who you are, because when our committee reads, they're looking at just the paper. They don't, they don't know who you are as a person. We have a variety of people on our committee. We have foundation board members. We have faculty and staff here at IVCC. So, you might know some that are or they might know you on the committee, but they're only allowed to score based on what you write. So that's important. And again, Project Success is here. Don't rush on your essay. They're here to look at it, maybe, edit it. The college is going to have a workshop in January where you can sign up for that. If you have kind of a rough draft done, they can look through it for grammar, give you a little more criticism on, changing anything, or they can say, hey, it looks good, ready to go. So, you want to have someone else look at it. Because again, think of this past year, there was 355 kids that were competing for scholarships, and about 25 or so didn't get them. So we're hoping to do that again this year. So it just depends on, how many applicants we have and how the funding goes. So Diane's going to go ahead. And
Donna, I have a question from one of the students.
Okay.
And it's Itzel, and she's asking, if I did my high school in Mexico, am I still eligible for scholarships?
Yes, you are. I know, is this her first year here? So she's been a student now?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yes, you are eligible even though you didn't graduate from a high school here, and we would take your grades as an IVCC student. So some scholarships we have where you had to have graduated from a district high school. You just wouldn't be put into that pool. And there's not a lot of those. What we've tried to do in the recent getting new scholarships in the recent years, we've tried to open up the criteria where donors aren't saying, hey, you have to graduate from LP, you have to graduate from St. Bede, or you got to live in Ottawa. And they're very open to that. So a lot of our older scholarships we can't change, but we do have a lot because we know we have students coming from all over, not just our community attending IVCC. So yes, she would be considered for scholarships as a whole, but just not the ones with the particular criteria of a high school.
Okay, I have another question, and I know it's going to be addressed as Diane shares the screen with us. We're going to go through the whole process, but do we have to save the essay as a PDF and upload it to the application?
Yes, great question. It is required to be saved as a PDF, so you can type it in Word or whatever you're comfortable with. The reason we do a PDF is because once it gets into our system through SurveyMonkey, we are not able to change it. So we have no access to alter it in any way. So what you submit is what the committee will read, and that's the way they'll see it. So that's when I was talking about the way it's set up, your margins, you know, the font, things like that is important. So yeah, a PDF. And we also have there how to save it. We want you to save it a certain way. We want to do your last name, period, your first name, and the word essay, so that when it comes through, we know whose it is. So are we ready, Cynthia, to go to the website?
Yes,
Okay.
we're ready.
So you're going to go right to ivcc.edu/scholarships. And when you get to the page, actually, can you go back one? You're going to get to this page right here. And it has a link to the scholarship page that we're going to. And then it also has a link to the William and Diane Taylor Awards. And that is if, when you leave IVCC, if you plan on go to NIU for accounting or STEM, we have awards for that. And then the last one is the external scholarships. And that's a list that our foundation office puts out there to let you know other scholarships available within our community. We have nothing to do with the choosing or the application, but it is another avenue that I really recommend you guys look at because there's some you don't even know about. So we're gonna go to the foundation scholarships, and right here, it'll tell you some information about reading all the application. Can they see me? Yeah, they can. Okay. They can, all the information on the essay. The deadline is February 11th at 9 p.m. So I always tell students, don't wait till the last minute when we used to turn them in. We realized last year, don't wait till the last minute to submit it because a lot of people were submitting it close to 9 p.m. and they were having trouble and they were panicking. I want to let you know, don't panic. We're going to be flexible with you. You know, make sure that you get it in, but try to get it in before 9 p.m. if you can. The application, keep going down, the application for the FAFSA and the alternate application, there's a link. Can they see me touch the screen or no?
They can't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay. So there's a link straight to the FAFSA and there's a link straight to the alternate application that you can do right here. And again, if you need help, Project Success is here or the financial aid office is here. The one thing that I know some students have questions on is, do I have to be a full-time student? Do I have to be in 12 credit hours? We are on the assumption that you are full-time. Most donors want students to be full-time, but there are circumstances where we know you cannot be full-time, especially in this year. So if you get a scholarship and it does not say it's part-time eligible, you do have to contact us to let us know maybe why you're not taking a full load. And the majority of the time it's approved to continue to have your scholarship. But some depending, you know, on what the program is, they do want a student full-time. So again, we're very flexible. I wanted to put that out there. Did you have a question, Jonathan? Oh, okay. We do take scores for criteria from fall right now, this end of the semester. Those are the GPAs we use when we use eligibility, and it is your cumulative GPA.
Donna, some of the scholarships don't require a GPA, correct?
That is correct. Again, we have tried to veer away from that, but some donors do want to give us a minimum GPA. And, you know, the one thing I've told students in the past is that's just a guideline for us to get students into the pool. So if the GPA, if it says a 3.0 or higher, and you think, oh, well, I don't have a chance, I'm not going to, you know, write too much, or it just puts you in the pool. Just because someone has a 4.0 doesn't mean their essay is any better because you have a 3.0. The criteria just get you in for eligibility. That essay is what's really scored, is what determines if a student is going to be awarded a scholarship. The other thing is we are, with our deadline being February 11th, we notify students via mail letter by June 2021. I'm hoping this year to hopefully have them out by the end of May, right after graduation, beginning of June. So you all know what's available for you for the fall semester. You don't need to turn in a transcript. As I said, we'll be able to pull that up with your grades. And then if you move down a little, Diane, this is the area I talked about earlier that you need to review the guidelines and then the 3 areas to talk about in your essay. So your educational and professional goals, your involvement in community service, and your financial needs, special circumstances. Why are you applying for a scholarship? Your essay, 2 pages, minimum 2 pages, no more than 3. I had a question where a student said, does it have to be a complete 2-page, does that second page have to be completely filled? What I answered her was, get it filled as much as you can. Do not just have 2 sentences on page 2. That is not considered 2 pages to our committee. So try to, get as much information about you on there as you can. The other thing is like I said, with this essay, 1 essay is for all our scholarships available. However, we have 3 scholarships that require an additional essay. So you're going to do your 1 essay for our big pool. And then there's 3 scholarships that if you want to be considered, you have to have this essay done again prior to filling out the Survey Monkey, because you're going to upload it. And it's the Christine Curley Memorial, the Earl Fester Diversity, and the Trevor Melvin Weiner Memorial. And each one has what they want you to write in that 1-page essay, additional essay. So this is another opportunity to be eligible for scholarships. You might get the Christine Curley and you might get a nursing scholarship. So I always say apply for as many as you can. Before we hit the apply button, I want to show you, Success is going to share a booklet with you of all our scholarships, but here it's broken down. So if you go to, let's say, business, Diane, here are all the scholarships that are available in the business area. So like for the Richard Donaker, you have to be a sophomore status, meaning by the end of spring, you have over 30 credit hours, pursue an accounting career, but you have to graduate from Ottawa Township High School. So you're thinking, oh, not to do that one. But then there's others where they just want you, like the Heartland Bank. They want you to just pursue a career in business. Can we go back one, Diane? Go back. I want to show I don't know how many nursing students are here, but if you could click on the nursing, please. If you're a nursing student, a current nursing student that you're going into your 2nd year, we'll have that on file. If you're a 1st-year student, as long as you have a letter of intent within our admissions records office, you will be considered for the nursing. We get a list from them of who is formally in the nursing program. So we have a lot of nursing scholarships. So, it's a great opportunity to, when you're writing, I'm just going to use this for example. With nursing, did someone, inspire you to go into nursing? Are you currently doing, if you're a CNA, are you working somewhere? Or if you're going to be a 2nd-year student, have you done your clinicals? Kind of talk about that in your essay. So they know you're on the, structure, you're on the right path of what you want to do. Go back one more. The other thing with manufacturing, I know a lot of students, let's see, this way. Yeah. A lot of students, might think, well, I'm in welding, and there might not be things for welding or electrician. That, as I said, is under STEM. So even if you click on the welding electrician area, it will take you directly to the STEM scholarships. And anything that might be listed as manufacturing, that does include welding. So again, if you're not sure on something, let me know. The one thing is that we have, just to let you know, we've waived recommendation letters this year. So please do not turn in a recommendation letter. It will not be read. So that's one good thing this year for you guys. You don't have to get an extra step. So just wanted to let you know that. And if you have questions on any particular scholarship that you see, call me, and say, hey, am I going to be eligible for this? Or, I don't understand the criteria. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. And I always make notes if I think, oh yeah, you're eligible, but maybe what you wrote on the, on your Survey Monkey, something didn't come out the right way, and we can always go in and fix it on our end. So we're going to go back to the area where you can apply. So once you have your essay done, it's been checked, it's ready to go, you save it as a PDF, and you label it, you save it, and then go to the website, and you're going to hit apply now. And again, we're telling you when the deadline is. We're giving you the guidelines again, just to let you know to check it. And about the 3 Scout, because you might get here and think, oh yeah, I wanted to apply for the Christine Curley. I'm not going to do this yet. I got to go do my essay for Christine Curley. So we kind of reminded you on that. But if you're ready to go, then we're going to hit next. And this part here, just same information I kind of went over with FAFSA and how much scholarships are. And here we go. We're ready to go. So Diane's going to fill this out. Oh, she needs the keyboard. Diane's going to fill this out, and I'm going to talk a little bit, but you should all know your 7-digit ID number. We need that 0 in front of it. There's some areas in here that are required. So when you go through, everything with a little asterisk is required, but we want you to fill everything out that you can as you're going through. We have a lot of drop downs, so make sure you grab the right one. Because this is what we use to communicate with you for your award letter. If we have questions, we do ask for your personal email, not your K email, or your IVCC email. If there's any reason you don't have a personal email or you do not want to use your personal email, you can use your K email, but we would prefer that you use your personal email. The other thing is, let's see. No, that's fine. No, Diane's just filling it in. This is not a real person. There you go. Okay, so this area here where it says your area of study, you can mark up to 3 choices. So let's say you're going into ag business. You would, of course, mark ag business. But I would like Diane to choose, let's unchoose those, please. I would like Diane right now to choose education. And it says here, you must also fill in the section below. So, okay, what does that mean? I just said education. Well, we want to know your particular discipline. Is it special ed? Is it elementary? Or is it just general? And that helps us put you in the pool. So that's what I was saying. Same thing with STEM. If you mark STEM, we want you to put the particular area. So again, we know you're in welding or engineering. And if you're in engineering, what kind of engineering? We've listed it out. We always have an area for other or not listed. So if it's not there, put it in, but read first as you're going through. If you're in healthcare, if you mark the healthcare, like if you're a nursing student, you're going to mark healthcare and you're going to mark nursing scholarships. But we want to know what particular healthcare. So you'd put nursing. But if you were going into radiology or pharmacy, this is where we want you to write it for that area of study. If you're going into theater or music, they require auditions. So I have listed the 2 instructors here at IVCC that you would contact for information on theater or music scholarships. They would be the ones that would help you. But again, we'd still want you to fill out this application and do an essay, because that's for other scholarships. The theater and music awards are specific to auditions. So what's next? Okay. After you get all your demographic information in, you've got one more page to go. You have to answer these questions to get to the end. So again, if you're not going to apply, if you're going to apply for that extra, like Christine Curley, this is where you would say, yes, I want to apply. And this is where you would upload your essay. Go ahead if you want to find one, Diane. Right here where it says upload a file from your computer. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, now it tells me she's attached an essay. So she keeps going down and answers the questions. Let's say no to that. You have to say no. No to that. And you have to just keep answering. And again, these are particular ones that, like, if you have volunteerism, if you use our disability services here on campus, if you worked at McDonald's, if you played softball, girls fast pitch. If you said yes, we want you to fill in the section of the team. You can say no. Got a couple more. Oh, got an answer. Okay. No. This also is the area where if you are a single parent, you will tell us you're a single parent or a veteran of the armed services, and that we will verify with the FAFSA for the single parent and the veteran. Now, once you get to the end, the last one, the last question, you go hit next, and it'll tell you to upload your essay. This part here is pretty much your signature, giving us, you know, permission, like any other document when you sign. So Diane's going to choose her essay. And once she sees that it's there, where it says the check mark, she's going to submit. And when she submits, it's going to say, thank you for completing the foundation application. So there you go. There we go. And you're done. Now it took us a while because she was just taking her time and I was talking, but really it's just your demographic information and then you upload your essay. So we hope it's computer friendly with all of you and that it's an easy thing for you to do so that you apply. You know, we want to help you out, and that's why we're here. So does anybody have any questions or any comments?
We would like to encourage the students to write their essay over your holiday season. You have a couple weeks there. It'd be nice to get it done prior to school starting in the spring. Then when you come back, you can bring it into any one of your counselors and have it read. You could take it to the writing center, or there's going to be that workshop in later part of January.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of opportunities. You should have just a rough draft done by the time you come back. And we're going to be out of the office from the 18th through the 4th of January, starting the 4th. If you have questions for any of us, Donna included there, you just need to contact us.
Yep. We're here.
So there's a question in the chat. When is the scholarship writing workshop?
There's a couple of them.
The writing workshop is, I believe, January 15th. It's at 5:30 p.m.
No, it's January 26th, the virtual scholarship.
Oh, I'm sorry. What date is it?
Tuesday, the 26th.
Wrong date. At 5:30 p.m. And I believe their Project Success will send out an email because there's a link to register. And you'll get the information for the Zoom meeting. And it's really helpful. The people that are part of that workshop, they will be able to help you, you know, with, I'm not quite sure how they're doing it, but with your grammar, if you have it done, like Cynthia said, a rough draft, to kind of make sure it gets in a structured area, that you've got all your guidelines met. It really is, if you could take the time to join that workshop, it's worth it. They've been doing this for a few years now, and they kind of know what we're looking for. So they want to help you to make sure you have the right process.
That's right.
Anybody else?
Diane, anything else?
Just
No.
looking to see if there were
I
questions.
know.
Project Success always does really well with their essays, and we help you out. So please apply. It's a real important thing to do. And it looks so good on your college resume too. It's nice to be able to put on there that you've received scholarships at your community college.
Mhm.
It's quite an honor.
Yeah. How many of you received scholarships last year? You could just raise your hand. Yeah.
Good.
Christina.
So I have, should we write that in our essays as well, like that we've received it before?
Yes, you can. That's always like Diane said, that is something that's kind of one of the criterias, if you've received any past honors. So yes, put that in, or if you're a student ambassador, put that in. They always like to know that you've, how do I say, that you have taken responsibility, to look for things to help you with your education. So yeah, it is a good thing to put that in there. And I can't reiterate enough, our donors really want to help our students. They're alumni that were here. Maybe they were somebody that got scholarships, or a lot of times we have scholarships in memory of family members who were a nurse, or maybe who were in accounting, and they want to help, or automotive even, we have a lot. So, we have people out there that want to help you. So it's just your part in doing the essay and the application to get you connected with us, so that, again, we can put some money on your account, which is always good.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I read the essays, I'm surprised that students forget to put that they're a member of Project Success. When you're thinking about, well, I'm not in any clubs or organizations, or I don't do anything on campus. And I say, but you're in Project Success, and you can mention that, and mention that you're an active member, that you participate in the workshops that we give,
Mhm.
that you see your counselor regularly, that
Yeah.
you attend whatever it is that we have, and you're active. That's a real good thing to put in there too.
Definitely. Especially, if you can detail just a little bit, because I know that within Project Success, you guys have attended workshops, and that might have helped, say what workshop it might have been. If it was because you were a new student or an adult student, talk about it just a little bit. You can go up to 3 pages, but it is important to put in Project Success, especially this year. Again, that's a great idea, Diane, because you weren't able to be here. From my understanding, you guys were still really involved with the counselors here, with your gang here via Zoom. So that's kind of nice that you stayed connected, and might want to put that you stayed connected with your Project Success counselors through Zoom, and how maybe they helped you get through, that hard time, because you were able to see them instead of just talking on the phone. So, and if you're not sure on something else, give them a call and say, what else can I add? And they'd be happy to help you.
So here's a look at the booklet that was included in your email yesterday. We have some up here in the office for you that don't have printers at home, but you can read it all online. So take advantage of it. Any other questions? Oh, Virginia, will we be able to email during break with our rough drafts? Yes. We probably won't see them until about the 4th unless we get on our emails, but we will give you feedback on them as soon as we can. Okay. So you might not want to look for a 24-hour turnover.
You might be celebrating Christmas somewhere.
On Christmas or New Year's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Again, If you have any questions that you did not want to ask here, please feel free to call me or email me. I'd be happy to help, and I hope to see everybody's name in my database after February 11th. So
Yeah.
thanks again. Thanks for having me, Project Success.
Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. We appreciate this.
Donna.
So, thanks. All of you have a wonderful holiday. We'll be thinking of you. So take care. I stopped the recording.